filmmakers, fans, and friends to Indie Cinema Showcase. We're your hosts, Christina Carmona.
And I'm Nanda Luis Roman.
Today we're here at Post Effects Digital Studio, located in Orlando, to take a look at what the studio is all about.
We'll be chatting with Dean Baker and giving you the exclusive look at all Post Effects has to offer.
Let's check it out.
No. I have a new credit card. I have it right here with me. I'm DB, owner of Sunrise Studios in Orlando. Okay. Let's do one more take. Every day I get to work with a motivated and creative crew.
Greg.
Russell?
I was just kidding.
Reg.
Yep.
Reggie.
I'm here.
We need to finish this shoot. Reg.
We are so screwed.
On any given day, I get to work with gifted actors
Hello there.
I sucked. Are you kidding me?
and demanding clients.
What Richard is actually saying is that I'm the client.
You can't do that.
Who's the geezer?
Nothing ever goes as planned.
Am I missing something here?
But at the end of the day, we adapt, we modify, and we move forward.
Boy, some people can't handle the pressure.
In this business, anything can happen. I am DB.
Hey guys, I'm here with Dean Baker, owner of Post Effects Digital Studios. Dean, thank you so much for being here with me. I know you're a busy guy.
Thank you for coming by.
Of course, I couldn't miss the opportunity to check this place out. So first things first, you have tons of experience in the industry. Can you walk us through that and how you came to owning the studio?
Okay, so we're going to flash back. Went to college 1988, graduated, Worcester State University up in Massachusetts. From there I went to work for a TV station, ABC affiliate, for a couple of years. And then I had seen an ad about, Universal Studios opening up in Florida. So I go, I got to throw my hat in the ring. So I came down here with my car loaded down and I showed up here. I actually had a job. A company hired me to come down and I came down. Then I found out there's no job security in Florida. So that job lasted 3 months. The company was a little too aggressive hiring, and then they couldn't withstand. And we're talking back in the days when a production house had to be $1 million production house. They weren't just a computer and a camera. They had to your investment was quite considerable. So, I was out of a job, and then I started having to fend for myself since 1991. And since that time, I started my own production company. Before Post Effects, it was another company. I had a partner, and that's a whole nother story. But then I evolved to having my own editing system. Editing was a big part of my life, the work I do, not just owning a camera. I couldn't just hand off a project to somebody and say, here, you deal with the rest of it. So I managed to start a company that I could shoot and edit for a fraction of the cost. And that's how I kind of built my empire. So.
Wow, that's fantastic. And now, I said earlier that this place was really fantastic. It's really like you really get that working studio feel.
Because it's messy. It's messy. I'm sorry, I just don't have enough drawers to hide everything in. So it is messy. There's cables. I'm looking around now and I go, and this is after I cleaned for an hour before you were coming here.
But I think it's great. I love being able to feel that that environment, I think, so
Right.
I think it's a great mess.
when I worked in TV in the late 80s, and I came down here, I got a real great taste of, production studios, and I thought to myself, man, I want to have my own studio. But I didn't. Even in 95, when I kind of branched out on my own, I had an office, and an office with an edit suite. That's all I had. For about 5 years, so up until about 2001, I had just an office, and it was in this building. It was upstairs, and my rent was like $200 a month, and I managed to bring clients in and go out and film, bring it back, edit, and I did so much in that time with that little bit of investment, having my own editing, having a camera, having a space that I could work from. And from 95 to 2001, and then 2001, I was upstairs in the building, and then one of these units opened up. And I was like, well, this is my chance.
Now, one of the fantastic things that I noticed on your site is that you are good for the filmmaker that has the equipment, but also the filmmakers that don't. So they can also rent gear. Can you talk to us about how that would work?
Great. When somebody comes in to rent, then of course, I get them in I said, look, you can come in, shoot on my set for $40 an hour. Oh, and the lighting's included because I've got the studio lit. You don't want to come in and try and light a big 20-foot wide cyc because that's a lot of lighting. So the lighting's there, and I use fluorescents or LEDs, daylight bulbs, so everything's real easy on my electric bill and stuff like that. I get a little twitchy when someone brings in like an Airy kit or something like that, and I go, oh, you're going to be blowing my circuit breakers and it's going to make the room hot. I get a little twitchy with that because for a rate of $40 an hour, I kind of like, I'll provide the lighting. You just kind of bring, But if you don't have a camera, then we have the Blackmagic 4K. One of my guys, freelancer guys, has got a Red camera. I got a couple of guys with Red cameras that can come in and provide. I'm not a camera rental company, but but if you're here in my studio using my space, I got no problem. Tell me what you need. I'll come up with a comfortable price. There's even times when recently some guys came in to shoot a music video on my set, and I said, look, the lighting's there, but if you don't know lighting real well, and a lot of guys come out of school and they don't either want to invest the time, knowing lighting. I've been lighting for 30 plus years. I know lighting, 3-point lighting, doing splits, making sure it looks right.
Especially something for a green screen.
Green screen, yeah. You cannot fake bad lighting on green screen. It will let you know in a big way how bad you did. So I'll offer my services. Like, I've done it all. I've directed, I've produced, I've written, I've done all this stuff, and I don't have the ego that says I'm not going to light. I could come in and just light your set, your studio, and it works, and they're loving it. They tell me what look they're trying to get, what mood they're shooting, and I'll light it.
I just want to hit one last thing. There's a lot of podcasts that happen here. Can you talk to us about that?
Yes. The concept of live TV, I've always tried to do live, and I don't mean live on television, but when you hook up multiple cameras through a switcher and do a live recording of an event, I've been doing that for 20, 30 years, since back in when I worked for a TV station. Loved it. I love the energy of live. And then, of course, it's been live to tape for so many years. And then, between Facebook and YouTube doing the live streaming thing, my pivot was I need to have a live studio. I don't know why yet. I need it. So I get this thought in my head and I go, I got to do this. So I did. And I built a podcasting room 2 years ago, which is on the other side of this wall. This is my control room up here run by Blackmagic switchers. And I sit here, and there's people in that room, and the mics coming, the cables are coming through the walls, and we actually create live television to Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, anybody that we can kind of get to.
I'm sold in this place, and I'm sure everybody else is. Where can we find information if they want to look up how to rent a space, equipment, and all that?
Right. Of course, you can find me on Facebook, Post FX Digital Studios. You can go to postfxdigital.com. That's the website. And I've been here so long, I think everybody knows where I am.
I thought you were joking about the jail thing. How is it that I always end up in these kind of situations?
Because you make it so easy.
Listen, if you find a trail of candy, you have to find out where it leads to.
What did you think about PostFX Digital Studio?
Pretty cool stuff. We hope you enjoyed this look at PostFX Digital Studios. It's been a lot of fun checking out all these studios around Central Florida.
And that's what we here at ICS are all about, bringing the film community together and helping others possibly find their next workspace.
If you would like the chance to be featured on ICS, be sure to email us at icstv@yahoo.com.
And as always, be sure to follow us on our socials at ICS TV on Facebook and ICS TV Show on Instagram and Twitter.
That's all the time we have for you on this episode of Indie Cinema Showcase, and as they say in the film industry, that's a wrap.
See you next time.
Wait, you're not gonna let me out?
I'll leave a trail of candy.
Seriously? No, Christina. Nobody knows the trouble I've seen.
The boys always go fishing with first-timers.
Nobody knows. I'm so lonely.
And they don't quit till they reel someone in. His first night in the joint cost me 2 packs of cigarettes.